Okay, you have the books. How many of you have the books? Good. And some are missing, but the books will come. They have ordered, I hear. It will take time because the stock is finished.
There's still a few more in the bookstore, Swami.
Is it?
Yeah. They were there, Ma. That was the last one. You bought the last one? Okay. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
The rest of them won't be here for a couple of months, you said.
No. I heard just now they have given order and it is coming.
Oh, okay.
So let us start the invocation. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu. No, let me do a little bit, then you do, then it will be musical, otherwise. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai. Those voice is not musical, don't say. Say a little slowly. So you'll follow the musical voice. So ultimately it will be, because it is a chant, no? Chant has its own tune. To come to the tune. Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma vidvishamahai Ramahai. Om Shanti 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 Shanti. Again, let us see how good it has come up. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Now you say. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Next. Sahano Bhunaktu. Sahano Bhunaktu. Saha Viryam Saha Viryam Karavavahai Karavavahai Tejasvi Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Vadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Two are coming down. Third is going up. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Last word is going up. Okay. Now let us read together the meaning. Om. Let us read together. Om. May Brahman protect. Together. We'll read together. Om. May Brahman protect us both, the teacher and the student equally. May he enable us to share the benefit of the learning May we be equally strong to grasp the meaning of the learning. May the learning be equally fruitful to us. May we never be jealous of each other. Peace for oneself, peace for the environment, peace for the animal world. We can reduce the last three: peace, peace, peace. Now, last time we had talked about what is Kathopanishad and what is found in the Taittiriya section of the Krishna Yajur Veda of the Vedas. This is one of the well-read Upanishad and most attractive to people because of its profound message. Started with the story, and it teaches the self-knowledge, and the story starts with a dialogue, and dialogue between the god of death Yama and the student Nachiketa. And this story we'll learn now, Nachiketa, how he approached his father, but how the Shraddha, I emphasized last time in the introduction, Shraddha. Shraddha is a tremendous faith and devotion and sincerity for the purpose gave him, the Nachiketa, the brightest wisdom. So this is very important, that what we can inculcate in our life without Shraddha. We are reading also in the Bhagavad Gita 17th chapter, the last verse, Shraddha. Shraddha is the very foundation of spiritual growth, even for material prosperity and development. Shraddha means faith here in yourself, faith in the purposeful work what you are doing, faith, trust, and your all integrity. These are all put together. The word, Sanskrit word, Shraddha. So it is very important, and in the Upanishad Katha we will hear that Shraddha Avivesha, the word has been mentioned in the Upanishad, as if Shraddha is some wonderful character lying somewhere else. Avivesha, it entered into that Nachiketa, and that made him what Nachiketa accomplished in life. Material goals fulfilled, and the highest spiritual goal, where Yama wanted to test him by giving so many external things to choose and be satisfied there, but he renounced everything to get the highest benefit of spiritual wisdom. So we'll start today. On page 5, you can find the beginning. Beginning start with a very simple thing. We can chant together again. Om Ushan Havai Vajasravashaha Sarva Veda Samdadau Tasyaha Nachiketa Nama Putra Asa. We have one good translation, Swami Sarvadevananda. That's good for reading overall. Very lucid. You can read and understand it much better. Like this is more details you are reading. You can collect one book of Swami Sarvadevananda also, to how this story has been wonderfully described there, and the overall idea, you can get the overall idea. But to penetrate into deep, you will have to study deeply. So Om, you know, Om is the, as we said, we are reading the Bhagavad Gita. Om is such a sound which is uttered before every auspicious beginning. Anything you start, you say the word Om. And Om is the symbol of infinity. Om connects us with this world and the world in the heaven or interspace and beyond. So Om is very auspicious. That's why in all the scriptures, in Vedic chants, in stava, in recitation, Om is started with and Om ends with our things end. So here the Upanishad is starting with the word Om. Ushan Haboi Bajasravasa. Haboi Bajasravasa. In the line of ancient sage, one sage was there, his name was Bajasravasa. He's giving the lineage, a very holy family, a Bajasravas. Bajasravas means he who gives plenty of gifts to people, plenty of offering to people. So he was born in that lineage, coming from the background. The sage, whose ancient sage, his name was Bajasravasa, and in that line, Ushan is wishing for corresponding rewards in heaven. This huge performer of this, the big sacrificial fire was going on. And what was the intention? Intention was that by performing this jagga or sacrificial fire, the performer will go to heaven after death. So there are goals of life now. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. The four goals of life. So people, according to their mental state, they fix a goal. What is the goal? Dharma is the righteous living. That was the foundation of all types of development, material or spiritual, in the ancient time. That's why society was so great. Even accomplishing anything in the material level, they used to be following the path of dharma, righteous living. So dharma, that's one goal. Artha, collect money, wealth, prosperity, and be, but based on the foundation of dharma. Dharmic. That's why dharma is in the ancient literature, dharma has so much importance. Otherwise, without the background of dharma, no one can expect to be accomplishing anything in the material way, not honestly. People can cheat, loot. That is not the point. It is not the point of human personality. At least dharmic principle, the character, the basic character, it should be the foundation. So, dharma. Then goes with that dharma background, you earn money, you have wealth, you have everything to enjoy in this life, what it can give. And then fulfill the kama, the desire, which is also dharmic. Without a foundation of dharma, nothing will happen. So, not reckless, obsessive experiences of the senses, but dharmic way. Have your married life, have your chaste relationship, have devotion, and lead a wonderful life and fulfill your desires. So that was the third goal. But fourth goal was moksha. Here, this Nachiketa's father, who was performing this, he had the expectation, not yet that level, to go to moksha, eternal liberation, but he was in artha and kama. So he has achieved tremendous wealth in the material plane, but wants fulfillment of higher desires, and which this world cannot give. So in every religion, there is this touch of this material gain, either here or in the heaven. That reward, heavenly reward, in every religion carries. Hindu religion also. And Hindu religion carries heaven, as I said many times, that it is not only of one heaven, they have luxury heaven, class 1 heaven, class 2, 5-star heaven, 4-star heaven, 3-star heaven. So different stars of heaven, so that you can have what type of good karma you do, which heaven you will go. So, but only that means it depends on your how much austerity you did to achieve what. So that is also a necessity, No one can go for God unless one is satisfied with what this material sensitive universe can give. No one can go that. If you find somebody, you will have to go look back to his past. Maybe you do not know, we do not know, but they have their good past. They have experienced those things. That's why they are tired of that. And then they search for higher joy, higher peace. So moksha, the ultimate liberation, that is for selected people. But people will come back. We are all searching for the liberation, absolute liberation. There is no lack of peace, absolute peace and blessings. So this is very important point. That Here, Nachiketa, his father, what he is expecting? He is expecting that he will not liberation, not total freedom from all bondage, but what he wants to go to heaven. And heaven concept is really, really very different in every religion. Suppose someone in Bengal, I'm just giving an example, there are plenty of water. Hmm? And rivers, and they go to any place. This river you have to cross, that river you have to cross. So Bengali heaven, in East Bengal heaven, will be a place where it will be less rain. You go to Cherrapunji. Cherrapunji is the worst rain in the whole world. So how many inches?
About 600 plus.
So you see that. So those people there, they will think, oh my God, we are tired. We'll go to heaven where there will be no this type of disturbance by the rain anymore. No. So concept of heaven is different depending on the context where we live. Anyhow, so this heaven, whatever was the concept of heaven, that means heaven concept is that what? The sensate experience which we are trying to get it here, it has a limitation. It has its many obstacles. Senses may be not capable. Maybe mind is not cooperating. Maybe environment is not cooperating. So after so much hassle, you can get a little joy. So better to go to heaven. So what is heaven? You need not have to do any hassle. And here you have to be born and cry and weep and go to the crawling stage, to the adolescent stage, to the adult age, and then earn money and then enjoy. There you go. You need not have to do. You born as a young man there. Bas. This is the concept. And then you enjoy. You need not have to pay. It is all prepaid. Therefore, concept. So you need not have to worry about any future payment or anything. It is all whatever you like, and plenty of you drink. Okay, drink is free. You want to eat whatever you want. Plenty, everything is plenty, and you never get old, and you die as young. If you have to die, means your duration is finished. But Christianity, Islam will not think that to come back. But Hindus will think that I will have to come back. His visa will be over. That one Swami told that story, that in early days that Swami was going from probably Australia or somewhere, and he entered into the Air India flight, and as soon as he comes, he says, please come, sir. And these earlier days, people used to greet the air hostess and others. You come, this is your seat, sir. Please sit. What can I give? Juice, that, this. And all this entertainment is going on. Come. So you will find here, ehi. When you do good karma and after die, then all the angels and emissaries there, they will say, hey, please come, sir. This is your seat, this is your home, this is your food, this is you. Do whatever you like. So welcome. And then when the plane lands at Bombay, that time, then he said, now the plane is landing, please collect your things and get out. So, going to heaven is like that. They will welcome you because of your good karma. You have prepaid, already worked hard, austerities and fasting and this. And then when you are finished, sir, get out. Pack your bag and go away. So that is type of sacrificial fire, what he was doing. Sarva Veda Sangdadau. Dadu means that it's said that Dadu means give away. What you give away? The performed sacrifice is required to give away whatever he possessed, good things, to distribute. That is a custom, even in any worship you will find in Hindu rituals. After performing that, they give some feast for devotees, or in Brahmins in early days, good people. Brahmins means good people. Tasya, and this was the condition, and Tasya means of that gentleman, of him, that the Bhajasravasa, Nachiketa Namo Putra Asa. Asa means there was. there was a son, one of his son, his name was Nachiketa. Nachiketa is the boy's name. So Bhajastravas is also called another name Uddalaka, because we will get it later on. Uddalaka. Another name, you can just remember another name of Bhajastravas. So, in the line of the ancient sages of Bhajasrava, that is the sage who was born as very realized soul in his lineage, performed a sacrifice known as Vishwajit. And the name, we need not have to know all this. Vishwajit is the name of the sacrifice. Why? In the hope of getting adequate reward in heaven. That he will go to heaven, and this world cannot give that much fun and joy and entertainment. No, I'll go to heaven and enjoy it. So the rule of the sacrifice was that he would give away in charity everything he possessed. And Bhajasrava had a young son named Nachiketa. So this is the first verse. Then after, but this Nachiketa was a very bright, brilliant and person full of Shraddha. See, the one characteristic Swami Vivekananda emphasized many places. The one unique characteristic of life is having Shraddha, faith, to how to inculcate that. Ashraddha, who has no Shraddha, they cannot get anything in life, neither here, neither after life. So for that Shraddha, that Nachiketa born. So now you can, if you want to, there's nothing much to talk about, but you see, let me read what some from here said a few words. There was once a sage bearing the name Bhajastravasa. He bore his name because his family was founded by a great sage named Bhajastrava, who spent much in charity. Bhajastravasa was also called Uddalaka, that is the son of Uddalaka. Anyhow, Bhajastravasa performed a sacrifice that is called Vishwajit. Vishwa means world, Jit means conquer. He conquered the world, as it were. That means whatever wealth the world can give, he is tired with that. He wants more. So this is another point. Whatever we are searching for God, knowingly or unknowingly. God is infinite. That's why no one is satisfied with whatever one gets in the material plane. Money, wealth, name, fame, power, position. No one is satisfied. More and more and more. So, because Vedanta says you are infinite by your nature. So how can you be satisfied before reaching that your own self? So that's why it is that Vishwajit Yajna is required. He gave away everything he possessed. He performed this sacrifice in the hope that he would get ample rewards for it in the heaven. What this world cannot give, that world will give. Now, second verse. Tagum, I am saying tong. It is tong, no? But in Sanskrit, better than normally is pronounced is tagum. Tagum ha kumaragum shantang dakshinashu niyamanashu Shraddha Abhivesha Shuamanyata. Let us chant again. Tagum ha kumaragum shantang dakshinashu niyamanashu Shraddha Abhivesha Shuamannata. So now the word by word translation is there. That's why I selected this book. You can Sanskrit, you can read Sanskrit, you may not read Sanskrit, but transliteration is there. So Dakshina means gift. Dakshina is a gift. After performing certain thing, you give gift to holy people. Those who are in India, you know that holy people means the Brahmins were considered holy, real Brahmins. That's why they are very poor. Real Brahmin, because they have no attitude to earn money, to procure money, to do something. Their focus is in God and divine meditation, prayer, doing chanting and reading Vedas. So that's why these holy people. So Nachiketa, the Dakshina was given. Any performance of rituals goes. At the end, the Brahmins will be given some gift. So the gift giving, Dakshinashu, Niyamanashu, being offered. Gifts are as a part of the sacrifice. Here the gifts happen to be of the worst quality. But Guru, that his father was a little miserly. Uh, Sometimes we do give away what? For charity, what we cannot use anymore. That is not a good gift though. But at least that also will help somebody. So he wanted that what he cannot maintain or he cannot get any benefit of. So he is trying to give away that type of gift. What is that gift? Cows, cows. Why cows? You know, in ancient time, the people used to live on the villages and also in ashrama, in the where the guru will live with the disciples. The major wealth was cow was considered most. In this country was horses. Richness of early days, it was how many horses you have. So similarly, in India, that was the cows. But the cows, this type of cows, so Dakshinashu Shantagum, Dakshinashu Niyamanasu, that means he has brought this in a short brief, what gift his father was brought to give away, and those are the cows. And that cows are so sick, so weak, they are going to die today or maybe tomorrow. As soon as you hand over in the hand of the Brahmin, before he takes away to his home, maybe it will fall down in the road. So that is the poor condition of the cows. That means they are giving bad gifts. It is giving in the name, I am giving cows, but actually it is not a good gift. Don't give that. That's also, there is a meaning. This indicates how the society is being trained. You have to give something, give the best you can. May not be much, but give what the best. That's why even there is a style, there is a tradition that when you go for your forefathers' rituals, rites and rituals in the Gayadham, where Ramakrishna's father Kshudiram went, you have to give some gift, and that should be what you like most. Suppose you like mango, you will have to give it to, oh Lord, I offer this mango. Meaning, you will not be able to eat anymore in your whole life. What you give it to God, you cannot eat. But many people, very intelligent, they give a gift what they don't like at all. And go and say, oh Lord, I give it to you. That is not the gift. Gift is that what you like most and very dear to you, very costly, very important, and that you give. That is called the gift. So he was Niyamanashu when his father brought these gifts to be given. Then seeing those gifts, Nachiketa, Kumaragam, that Kumara, that's his son, Shraddha Avivesha. As we are talking about the highest glory, Shraddha. That Shraddha entered into his personality, as it were. Shraddha was somewhere, seeing these circumstances, he was self-respectful. Oh, what my dad is offering. I am his son. I have some responsibility. What can I do? So, it is not arrogance. Look at that. We always try to correct everyone. Even the young people will try to say, hey, Dad, you are doing wrong. Dad will say, hey, you are doing wrong. So everyone is doing wrong. I am the only right. So that's Shraddha. But here Shraddha Avivesha means he has no ego. He wanted to see the right thing in right perspective. And he has the right understanding. He says that, what? My father is bringing this type of gifts. But they are not gifts. But what? Not out of grudge, not out of frustration, not out of anger. He loved his father. He said, oh, how can I make my father's way easy to go to heaven? See, these are counterfeits. So I am a best, son is the best to the father. Huh? Who will be more dear than the son to a father? So he is trying to offer himself as a gift. So Shraddha makes the total view different. Our Ashraddha eye, we see fault everywhere. We see all the ugliness and negativity in others. But when Shraddha will enter into, you cannot do that. You will be changed personality. Even there will be something, but it will not fall in your eyes. You will take the good side of it and you will strengthen your character, strengthen your life, and you will really be benefited by. And mind being pure will allow us to move towards the divine. So here Nachiketa watched the kind of gifts. See the word. He just observed the situation. And his father was distributing. His father was giving gift, and what type of gift he was giving, he just observed. And he was a young man, but he had faith in the scriptures. Faith in the scriptures, Shraddha, Shastra, in the scripture, in your own personality, dignity of your own self. So Shraddha goes to God, scripture, and your own self. You must have self, yes, I can contribute positive something. Negative, the whole world is a rotten place. Everyone can criticize everyone. What is the greatness in that? Go watch the television, read the newspaper, talk to two people, always, he did that, oh, see that, he did that, oh, right? All the day, that's busy talk, busy. So this, any idiot can do that. That does not need any spirituality. But here is the spirituality when one can see Shraddha, how Shraddha can change my life. In the scripture, in the Father, in himself, I can do something concrete and positive. What can I do? I can contribute, I can dedicate myself for this cause for which my father is determined to do through this jagna, going to the heaven. So how can I help? So all concrete and positive. That's why we should very be emphatical about this Shraddha. Shraddha on oneself, have faith in yourself. Yes, I can do that. Give faith, God is there, and faith, how I can positively contribute to enhance my spirituality. At the same time, if I think that is scripturally beneficial, how I can help others. So, Shraddhaya Upanishada. Chandogya also said, very important. Shraddhaya, Birjaya, and Upanishada. You have to learn the very first chapter of the Chandogya Upanishad starts with that you are to attain the knowledge and wisdom by Shraddha, Shraddhaya. By Upanishada, that means the scripture, what the Upanishadic sages are saying, they are saying, and what is the essential teaching of that Vedic wisdom. Shraddhaya, Upanishada. First condition, Shraddha. If you have no Shraddha, you will misinterpret the Upanishads. You will wrongly understand every lesson given, you will twist according to your own way, because it is not for the person who have not developed that great reverence for one's own self and the scripture. Some people, sometimes one day, I was very offended with that. Someone is saying, not understanding what they are saying, this is all rubbish. Hurry, this is all rubbish. You understand everything. You are not even a student now, and you are saying all rubbish. So much Ashraddha. Suppose if you don't have any faith in Bible, so what does it mean, Bible for you? No meaning. It is any book. So if you have no faith in the realization of the saints and sages, then what type of thing you are expecting? What you want to gain out of it? So that is the Nachiketa was that he therefore judged his father's gift in the light of that faith. That's very important. According to his own Shraddha. The word Shraddha, again explaining, faith is very significant. Shraddha means faith in truth, faith in righteousness, faith in the scriptures. Faith also means self-confidence, giving another aspect of the faith. Nachiketa was a remarkable young man. Along with his many other virtues, he had much faith, and that is why he was able to see the wrong his father was doing. His father was performing Vishwajit, one of the most difficult sacrifices. A special feature of this sacrifice is that one who performs it must give away everything he has, but he was his father's doing. But what was his father's doing? He loved his father, so he could not help questioning his father's action, but not with impolite words. Huh? He's such an intelligent boy, just presenting in a way that to offer himself. I think this may be little long explanation like that. I am reading from Chinmayananda Swami's translation. It is based on Shankar. So you find the very opening stanza of this inimitable Upanishad gives us the intimate information about the parentage and pedigree of the hero Nachiketa. Indeed, Nachiketa was not ill-bred, low-born, unwanted child. His grandfather was Bajasrava, meaning one who has become famous for his distribution of food in the charity. The son Bajasrava, the father of Nachiketa, is now in the story here, engaged in performance of a great sacrifice called Vishwajit, in which the performer has given away in charity all that he possesses. This was generally performed by the kings of the old time, when they, after conquering kingdoms, victoriously returned to their own capitals. Again, householders in the past used to perform this type of jagna before they renounced everything and entered the order of sannyasa. It was no means achievement for an individual if he could perform this Vishwajit jagna. So it is not so easy because it needs so much of material needs. Only the kings have that wealth and prosperity to do that. And Nachiketa's father was one of such a rich person. Thus Nachiketa was born of a great father, himself a son of a great man. Hence the cultural purity of the student is hinted here by Mother Shruti. That's also another point to note. We want to read this book, this characteristic is necessary. There's a great tradition. He comes from that tradition, and he in cultural purity. That means internal cultural purity, maybe in this birth, whatever, but the mind should be ready to grasp this higher truth. So it should be pure enough to have faith and trust in this and the words of the scriptures and the words of the Guru. So these are very important factors. No stanza is there in this section which is not adding some definite strokes to the expression in the hero's portrait. In the very stanza, though it is only a mere statement of fact, the word Shraddha is very expressive. Shraddha in Sanskrit is so expressive a word, pregnant with such sacred suggestions that it is almost impossible to translate it into any language. The best translation that this sadhu has come across is from Wesley, who asks, "What is faith?" And he himself answers, "Not an opinion or any number of opinions put together, but they ever so true. It is the vision of the soul, that power by which the spiritual things are apprehended." See the translation. It is Wesley's translation. I think Chinmayananda asked him this question, or he got it from his book. That not an opinion. Shraddha is not an opinion, that I have some opinion about things, or any number of opinions put together, but they are ever so true. It is the vision of the soul, that power by which spiritual things are apprehended. It is such thing, a quality inside you, that you can apprehend and understand the inner meaning of the scriptures and the spirituality. Just as material things are apprehended by the physical senses. So Shraddha is such a thing which will allow an individual to find the real purpose of this life. In the every first reading, this translation may look as though it is too far-sighted. Sri Shankara commentary explains to us the term Shraddha. What is that Shraddha? Shankara says, an unswerving faith in the words of the teacher, in the teachings of the scriptures, and in the dictates of one's own self. See the three: first Guru, and then the scripture, and then I can do that. I can do that. But I am not egotistic myself. What the scripture is saying and what the Guru is telling. So this is another aspect of the Shraddha. Otherwise, no truth will be manifested because you don't believe in your Guru. What he says, you don't believe. You don't believe his action. So that will not create any impact in spiritual life. Any other life it will happen. It will not happen here. And the scripture, what the scripture is saying, are you following that? Are you grabbing the essence of the scripture instruction? Or you are taking your own understanding? That's why we go to our teachers to understand what is the implication of this word. We read this book with Shankara's commentary to understand the real import. One of the main four qualifications declared as necessary for a fit student in the wealth of 6 great qualities, Shraddha is one of them. What are the 6? Without faith in the philosophy, no one can follow its dictate. The modern people generally misinterpret faith as a certain blind belief and confidence in some supernatural power or force. In the sense in which they come to mean Shraddha, certainly the word deserves all the condemnation that hurl at it. But Shraddha only means confidence or faith. Nobody can do in this world, as a matter of fact, anything without that faith. For example, you eliminate entirely the concept of faith from your own makeup. Then you will not be able to even walk out on the Jagduna Sala and reach your home. You cannot drive the car if you have no faith in others. No? All the cars are driving, so what will happen? You cannot walk because 10 people are walking, you do not know who will push you and kill you. Huh? All faith. We all live each other in this society only on faith. If the faith is gone, then you lost everything. Your life, suppose you are eating food. If you have no faith in the food, somebody is putting poison. Some psychologically ill people think that way. So you cannot live in the life. You cannot breathe. You can enter, if there is hidden camera, they're looking at me. You will be dying every day. So we have faith. This is the honesty, this is the thing, this is going on. So this is called the working faith. Supposing you are an applicant for a job, certainly to begin with you cannot have any previous experience, but you entertain a certain amount of confidence in yourself that given a chance to work under favorable circumstances, you shall successfully carry out the work. And without this faith, no one can exist in the material world even for a day. There are some who have not this faith in themselves, and they are either hysterical or even lunatics. They entirely lose their faith in themselves, and they dare not get up from the corner where they sit, or if at all they move, they walk round each tiny pebble, since they have lost faith in themselves to step out. Anyhow, so he's saying faith, faith, faith. So in the word of the philosophy, also we must have, first of all, a faith in the teacher, a faith in the scripture, and above all, faith in ourselves, if we must leave the philosophy and claim its blessings. No? So faith, Swamiji says, if you have faith in 100,000 millions of gods and goddesses, and you have no faith in yourself, you are an atheist. The whole religion is to believe, Swami Vivekananda, the whole religion is to believe that he is to say, he is an atheist who does not believe in God. But Swami Vivekananda says, new religion, what he is preaching. He says, the new religion says he is an atheist or she is an atheist who does not believe in himself or herself. So this is a tremendous power behind the word Shraddha. Faith is, I am not very satisfied with the word, but there is no other language to say faith. Because this faith is used in every religion. My faith, my faith, my faith. It is not talking about that faith. That faith means more confidence in myself and to understand the scriptures, what they are talking, what the Guru is teaching you about the scripture. Take that meaning and understand and practice with confidence. I will do it. I will realize God in this life itself. There is yet a more sacred implication of this term, overcome by faith. Injunctions in all religions must have, and they do have, a flexibility in themselves. This is perceptible in their golden ages, but soon they harden themselves into shells and cascades around the faithful, binding them with must and should rules. You have to do this, you have to do that. Ultimately, faith becomes like that. Bhajasravasa, the aged father, seems to have not recognized the deeper significance of this sacrifice, and he had fully adopted it according to his station in life and to the status and worth of the Pandit. The sacrifices had become soulless and each a mechanical routine. You are doing some gift, you have to give some gift. Acha, you do. You don't think what you are giving. Is it meaningful? Will it be helpful? Is it a proper gift or not? Nachiketas, the boy, having developed sufficient determination and daring to interpret independently the inner meaning and significance of the sacrifice, was filled with Shraddha and judged rightly the significance of what his father did. We find here the expression of some historical facts, the frozen Brahmana injunctions and the silent revolt against them. He is putting another slant into it. And the society has come down from the ideal and they are doing their sacrificial fire, but not got lost its own inner significance and meaning. That you are doing this, you will have to do it whole heart and soul, and you have to perform every bit of it so that it takes you to the right result. If you do any experiment, it should be precise. It should be followed step by step in chemistry lab or in physics lab. No, if you go, you cannot whimsically do your things and get the result. You have to follow the scriptures, the shastra, the physics is the scripture there. The lab in charge or the lab assistant or lab teacher who is teaching you in the lab, follow his instruction and then go step by step on your own effort. Three things must be. The same thing as we are talking about spiritual life. In material life, that is happening. You go to the chemistry lab, you need to believe what your teacher is teaching. If you have lost faith there, then you are useless. You cannot gain anything in the lab. Then you have lost faith in yourself. I cannot do anything. That is also meaningless. And you follow the steps what teacher is teaching or the book is saying. That's the scripture. Follow these three and then the result will come. So this is the important thing. That the silent, this is a revolt that society has come down. So as if Nachiketa is putting some new light into this. No, this type of sacrifice will not do. Only chanting the mantra. You go to India, even in Catholic churches you go, or even you go to synagogues, chanting mantra, washing hand, and this mantra, that mantra, we have done enough in Hinduism. You go to the temple, they're chanting mantra, and what is the meaning of that? No meaning, no understanding. It's a ritual machine. What they will do, one after another, throwing flowers and going like that, giving some prasad, doing like that. It's continuously going on. So what is the meaning? What is the purpose? But if it is done with Shraddha, Sri Ramakrishna did that same puja. But see, what is the achievement? Here they believe, Ma, you have given vision to Ramprasad, to Kamalakanta, That's it. Authority, no? Previous saints you have given the vision. Faith, trust, believe. Huh? And then trust on yourself. Will you not give me? And he is insistent. He will give. And the scripture also says that God can be seen. So three things. The Shraddha has this. And when it goes down, then this type of people come to give a boosting to us. So it is a revolt, you can say, as he has pointed out, that this is a beautiful way to look at the life and the rituals we do, meaningless rituals. It is meaningful only with understanding. And then it flourishes the spiritual fruit which it can give us. Now let us go. How many minutes are there? Oh, another verse will be there. Now the condition of the gifts. Pito daka, say Pito daka, Jagdha Trina. Hey, musical. Other voice slow down. Pito daka, Jagdha Trina, Dugdha Doha, Nirindriyaha, Ananda, Namate Lokaha, Tan Sagachati, Tadadat. So, very simple. It is Pito Udaka. Udaka means water. These cows, Pito means drank the water last time in their life. See the description. That means they are so weak. Probably you give water to drink, the cows have no strength to even drink water. Pito Udaka. Udaka is pet, done, once drunk, last in lifetime, this last drinking is done. Then Jagadha Trina, Trina means the grass. Huh? That last, what he has Jagadha Trina, they have finished. They will not be able to chew any more grasses. Dugdha Doha, milking. Milking cow. You have to give milking cow. For the milk only. That is the purpose. But Dugdha means milk, Doha, which has been just last. No more you can expect any milk from that cow. Nirindriya. Indriya is the senses. His eyes, ears, all, as you have five senses. So all the indriyas are ni. Almost their senses are gone. That means they are so weak. And this type of gift his father was giving. And this boy looked, oh my God, this type of gift my father is giving away. And if he gives, what will be the result? Net result? Ananda namate lokaha. The loka, the plane, the higher plane, where my father wants to go because of this wonderful sacrificial fire, giving so much attention to the priests and performing things. So now he will not be able to go to that plane where he ananda. He will go to a place not ananda, no nanda, ananda. Nanda means joy. He will go to a place where there is no joy, but he is willing to go to heaven where there will be plenty of joy. But how can it be done? Because he is not doing the gifts properly. Lokan sagachati tadada. If someone gives that, this type of gift, then he will go to a place not full of pleasing things, but to a place where there is no ananda. There is only misery or always negative of ananda. So the translation on page 8, there are old cows, too feeble to eat, drink, give any milk, or breed. He who gives such cows as gift to others goes to a cheerless world. When? After death. That world is known as Ananda. cheerless. There is no joy, but you did so much work to go to that place where you will find eternal joy. Oh my God, you get just the opposite because your procedure is wrong. So Nachiketa was shocked to see what his father was doing. It was not charity, it was a mockery of it. What is this charity? Charity is giving away good and useful things to deserving persons. Two things. Gita also says. That is called Sattiko Dan. To deserving person and the right thing. You are hungry. If someone brings you you are terribly hungry, and that time someone brings a bouquet of flower, what will happen? You will be happy with that? Or if someone gives you one chocolate, at least that much is good. Or something to eat. So this is the thing. To a person who needs that and properly to give that type of thing, that is the right gift, Sattiko gift. There is an element of sacrifice on the part of the giver in the charity. In the act of charity, the giver makes some sacrifice, as he needed the things he is giving, but he felt he would rather forego them for the sake of the other person. That is the gift. The giver of the gift will think it would have been, I would have enjoyed it, but this person needs this, so to give him, let him enjoy instead of me. That is the concept of gift. So, in charity, the manner in which you give is as important as what you give. You must give with humility and respect. And of course, you must give only the best thing you have. That's why Swamiji gave a new definition of gift giving. He says, the world used to get gift. The giver is giving with charity and with all pride and ego. Throw away some coins, and the poor people will be grabbing. That was the concept of giving charity. Swamiji said, let the giver kneel down, and the receiver receive and bless. The receiver will go up because he is giving you the opportunity to expand your heart. Just opposite concept. Society's traditional thing, which is considered to be gift giving, is a different gift. Charity is an essential feature of a religious act. Without charity, no religious act is complete. Nachiketa's father was performing the most ambitious sacrifice, that is the name Vishwa Jita. Vishwa means world. Jita means conquer. That Yajna is named as Vishwajit, conquering the world. That means you conquer this world, go to the next one. And this required that the performer give away everything he has. But what was Nachiketa's father doing? He was giving only he was giving away only worthless things, worthless to giver as well as to the recipient. Nachiketa, with his faith, dreaded to think of the penalty his father would have to pay. He would be condemned to live in the cheerless region, Ananda, after his death. That's why he is approaching the father with the fourth sloka. Then he will ask whom you are giving. So let me see in this book what it says. These cows have drunk. Again, I am reading from Chinmayananda Swami to give you another flavor of the same thing. These cows have drunk water for the last time, eaten grass for the last time, have yielded all their milk, and are barren. Joyless, verily, are the worlds which he attains who gives these types of presents in the Jagna. This stanza is an example of the masterly poetry employed in this Upanishad to bring forth the song of the soul, the deft handling of the word to yield the maximum efficiency out of a few but chosen words is nowhere so clear as in this stanza, but the four epithets describing cows that were given away as present together gives the reader a full picture of their sad lot. Cows, they would no more drink water, nor would eat any more grass, so that naturally they shall not be of any use to us, even as much as for a ball of cow dung. Again, they are sold that they would yield no milk, and many of them were barren and probably lame too. The stanza, at the same time, is not a mere wasteful indulgence merely for the words of play. Upanishad, Shruti never indulges in over talking. That's true. Upanishad does not spare a simple word, even one word that has a deep meaning. That's why it is called the Upanishads. Minimum words and maximum suggestiveness is the Upanishadic style. Because they are sages, they have no time to talk mundane things. They want to give human being the gem of knowledge and wisdom in a short. In this stanza, besides the poetry of it all, there is a definite purpose accomplished, namely throwing one more shade and stroke into the picture of Nachiketa, that the boy of 9 years was able to quote a Shastra and say that the performers of sacrifices who become stingy and miserly in their gifts to the priests would reach joyless worlds clearly showed that Nachiketa was not an illiterate, but on the other hand was a student well versed in the text of the Shastras. This is the student's characteristic. So, this is the third verse. We will go to the next verse, then how we will approach his father, and he will say, to whom you are giving me? And then father will ask you to go once, twice, thrice, and father got mad and got disturbed. So he said, I give it to the house of the dead, or the god of death. Anyhow, so that will be the next. It's very beautiful beginning, no? And also beautiful training. They here and there, but very intuitive. What it can help us in our spiritual life. We really do spiritual practice, but we miss this very foundational grounds where we are missing. If we can locate those and then work upon that, then spiritual life will be more beneficial and it will be blossoming. Spiritual life. Why does not blossom? Because one point, Shraddha. And Shraddha does not criticize. Shraddha sees things and corrects himself. Corrects himself in a way and absorbs in such a way that that will lead that person to deeper and deeper state of understanding. This is a very good idea, no? Anything more?
How can they have to that Vishwadip, that word, that is the purpose is to conquer the world. The world means your mind, which is a Maya, which is ignorance.
They do not believe in those philosophies. They don't believe in this. They are the materialist. First you be materialist. You enjoy life in a righteous way and you find dissatisfaction. Then you will search for another. That is the natural growth of all of us. All of us. We cannot give away the lower thing unless we get tired of that. I have enough. I did it enough. But I don't find satisfaction. What next? Always in our life, that is the next one. What next? I know this much. But I'm not happy with it. I am not satisfied with it. Who is satisfied with a job of 100,000? No, I'll get more. You get 150. Who is satisfied there? 500. 500. There are so many CEOs. There are few millions. So what? What is the end of it? That means this experience is necessary to discard this. So they are not, Vedantic concept is not in their mind, but they know.
Upanishad is that for
But different students in different grades, and they will have to work on that. But even if they know Maya, but how many people can give up? No. Even if they know that it is all illusion, it is all momentary, but to get beyond is not a matter of joy.
The father was giving the son away. And what if he decided to give himself away? Would he have been like an old cow, an old With an old man, not a good gift.
No, the point is that we have to understand. It's a colloquial term in Bengal, if you know, or in India. Sometimes mom and dad say, just jokingly or out of frustration. That doesn't mean that. They actually don't mean that I'm going to give you to the house of death. But it is just an expression. Don't disturb me. That is the way you can say, go to hell. Or go to. Sometimes it should not be used that way, but it is used, and people take that literal meaning of it. Okay. Huh? Yeah.
Well, in the yamas and niyamas of the yoga system, they talk about the not receiving of gifts.
Yeah.
So what?
Non-receiving of gifts for whom? For those who want to be yogis.
Yeah.
But those who want to enjoy the life, they will take. But less expectation will be less feeling of sadness, because if someone gives or not give. So that will be the next stage. But giving, and the Brahmins, how they will survive? The society needs to support them. Okay. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavamahai Tejashvin Avadi Tamastu Mavid Visha Mahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. So, fifth, the Labor Day. So please remember, Labor Day we read the Gospel of Ramakrishna together. All of us joining, try to finish that reading, and then we have some lunch, and then we have some afternoon programs. So please come to join on Monday, the 5th.